An exclusive Eyewitness News poll in the race for governor.
We partnered here at Eyewitness News with CT Insider for an in-depth look at where Connecticut voters stand just 6 weeks before Election Day.
And the numbers reveal that Governor Ned Lamont holds a comfortable lead over Republican challenger Bob Stefanowski.
Channel 3 chief political reporter Susan Raff is here right now at 6 with exclusive reaction from both candidates tonight. Susan?
Mark, this is now the second poll this month that puts Governor Lamont in the driver's seat. Today's poll, commissioned by Eyewitness News and CT Insider, shows where Lamont gets his support, and there are challenges for Bob Stefanowski. Today's exclusive poll is good news for Governor Lamont and not so good for Bob Stefanowski.
My biggest takeaway from the results so far is that in our polling, Governor Lamont has a comfortable lead among likely voters.
Lamont is leading Republican challenger Bob Stefanowski, 55 to 40%. We still have a ways to go before November's election, but this poll gives an inside look at how likely voters feel right now. Tim Versalati is the director of the Western New England University Polling Institute, which did the poll for WFSB and its partners CT Insider. The poll shows Lamont gets more support among women voters, 62 to 32%, and among men. It's a dead heat. That's not good for Stefanowski. More men tend to vote Republican, but that's not happening in this race. Here is another challenge. While a majority of Republicans support Stefanowski, 22% say they haven't heard of him or have no opinion at all. The candidates faced off today in their first of two debates, Lamont, Stefanowski, and independent candidate Rob Hodling. They talked about taxes, inflation, and how to reduce health care costs. What was their reaction to the latest poll?
Well, I don't pay attention to these polls. We've got our own polling, which shows us within the margin of error. Quinnipiac had us losing by 15 points last time. We came within 40,000 votes.
The poll reflects the fact that people believe we're making progress in the state. We were in a pretty tough place back 4 years ago, and 4 years later, our fiscal house is in better position. We've got a lot of jobs.
This poll not only shows the majority of voters or how they're likely to vote, but it also breaks down how people support Governor Lamont and Bob Stefanowski. There will be one more debate before the election, but a recent Q poll actually found 80% of voters have already made up their minds.
Wow.
Something. What about the largest block of voters, Susan? We're talking about unaffiliated, independent voters. How did they shape up in terms of this poll?
Well, you're right. I mean, unaffiliated and independent voters are the largest voting bloc, and the candidates want a piece of all of that. And in fact, Lamont does better with unaffiliated voters, 45% to Stefanowski's 33%. But, you know, there is an independent candidate in this race, and that is Rob Hodling, who was part of the debate today. And so it'll be interesting to see what kind of, what impact he has and takes away, and who has more to lose. Stefanowski, I think, had a lot more to lose because he was trying to get Hodling off the ballot. So it seems like he, is a little bit concerned about Rob Hodling and the independent candidate.
All right, Susan Raff, thank you very much for that.